Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to story time. Straight into it today. Let's see what we've got for us. This one straight off the bat. Let's see what it is. Today we are talking about being surprised by people or situations. This one was actually a request. I'm pretty sure it came from Cliff, so if it did, thank you very much. And if you do have any requests, send them through to me because we are running low in the jar. So we need some more things. Many years ago, I traveled to Japan by myself, and when I was there, I was a bit of an alcoholic, as you do when you're traveling, and I went to this bar every night called Gas Panic, and it was in Roppongi, which is kind of like the dodgy King Street, North Bridge area of Japan. And I'd go to this one bar every night because there was people doing magic, and it was just a really cool atmosphere full of white people, which is what we like. And one night I met these guys, and straight away I knew that this guy was in the forces because they have this haircut and this attitude about them. Anyway, I knew he was in the forces, so I was chatting to him, and he turned out to be a bit of a dick. So I'm like, I'm leaving. I don't want anything to do with you. And I'd said to him that my dad had been a Navy diver. So these guys were in the Navy, and I'd said to him that my dad was in the Navy and he was no longer with us. And then he turned into this dick, so I left. About half an hour later, this guy come up to me and he goes, "Oh, excuse me, do you have a moment?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And he goes, "I'm really sorry about my friend. He's a bit of a dickhead, but like every Australian Navy person I've ever met has been amazing. So I'm sorry that your dad's not here. I've got a present for you." And out of his pocket, he pulled out a little medal. It was probably about this big, and it was an old school Navy diver's hat. And he pulled it out and he said to me, he goes, "I want you to have this. It's really sad that your dad's not around, but they're all cool. So here's my little gift for you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening." And then he disappeared. So I was like, wow, that guy was really, really nice. And I've got this little keepsake. And it was nice. And then I ended up partying for the rest of the night. And as I was leaving, I ran into these guys again. And I was on my way back to, I think I was staying in Osaka at the time, and had come back to Tokyo to catch up with some friends that I'd met while I was over there. And so I was on my way back to the train station to get the train back to Osaka, and I ran into these guys again, and they found out I was walking by myself. So they took me to the train station and they sat with me until my train came, and then they went on their way. I never heard from them again. I never spoke to them again, didn't even get their contact details. So what started out at the beginning of the night as some dickhead being a dickhead turned out to be these guys that were actually really lovely, and went above and beyond to help me and make sure I was safe. So sometimes people aren't always as what you expect, and that was a really nice time. I'm actually going to go and get the little medal because I still have it 10 years later and I keep it on me every day. It is like my good luck charm. So just hold right here. We'll be right back. All right. Thanks for waiting. See, here's my purse. I have it in my purse constantly, and I've never been without it. The only time that I have been without it is when I gave it to my friend when she was traveling, so she had some good luck too. See, it's a little old school diver's hat, if that wants to be clear. And on the back it says, "If you ain't deep sea, you ain't shit." So this is my little reminder that sometimes people can be pretty cool, and I keep it with me every day as good luck. So there you go. Sometimes people do surprise you. That's all we've got time for today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your whatever you're doing, and I will see you next week with love and surprises. Miss K.